Bienvenidos nuevamente a KAOS Boxing and Fitness. Welcome once again to KAOS Boxing and Fitness. And today we have a special guest again, as always. We have our friend from New York. I hope we connect soon. And just waiting a few minutes, just maybe 1 minute. We're waiting for her to connect. But I want to welcome you, everyone. We are live here on YouTube. My name is Tristan Oseguera from KAOS Boxing and Fitness, and we are trying to create in this space, open a space for any athlete in the combat sports, also in the fitness industry. We try to share the space and talk with people, nothing like TV news, anything. So just we're trying to hang out with the people to know more about the sport. So today we have a special guest, and I hope she connects soon because it's a female. She's coming to visit KAOS Boxing and Fitness. Before to start this show today, for all my friends and all the people to follow us or follow KAOS Boxing and Fitness in Mexico or Latin America, usually do some stuff in Spanish. Today, this interview or this chat will be in English. And I hope you enjoyed. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed. It's going to be in English. I hope most of the people speak English. And I want to say thank you to all the people give us the feedback. Remember, the feedback is very important for us because that helps us to do something better here. And it's 12 o'clock. Let's see what happened today. And we are looking for our special guest today. Everybody's a special guest. Yeah, I know that. So don't forget, if you like all these live streams we are doing, we are trying to do better. We are trying to know more technology. I'm trying to connect with the professionals to can help me to develop better production for you. In this space, KAOS Boxing and Fitness, we talk about fitness equipment, mostly boxing equipment. And ladies and gentlemen, let's do this. Welcome to KAOS Boxing and Fitness. You can hear that music. The music is good. Ladies and gentlemen, let's turn off the music. We have here the 6-time boxing world champion. She is Melissa Hernandez Pacheco, the Huracan Shark, a former WBC featherweight from 2012-2013, and she is challenged in March 2021 on The Zone. The Zone, if you know the app, check the app. She's fighting on March 2021, so this year, versus Chantel Cameron. Melissa Hernandez, lady, thank you for accept this invitation. I've been running behind you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I know you're very busy. You are a few weeks ahead to this important event, to on March 20th versus Chantel Cameron. How do you feel?
There's actually bad news. The fight's not going to happen.
No worry, but it's good to you. Let us know. It's good coming from yourself.
Yeah.
Please let us know what happened.
I don't know what happened. The saying is that she got in a car accident. So she needs 2 to 3 weeks to recover and come back. I don't believe it. You know, there hasn't been one write-up, anything that says that she was in a car accident. If she was, I feel bad, and a speedy recovery.
Exactly. Yeah. You're pro.
Yeah. But the pictures that I've seen of her training, I think she can't make weight and they need more time. And I'm going to go off, if she was in a car accident, once again, I'm going to say, I'm sorry. And I'll give you all the time in the world. Right. But I don't think that that's the case. If you're in a car accident, how do you know you need 2 to 3 weeks to recover? It's 2 to 3 weeks and then a full camp. So that's another 6 weeks tacked on top of it. So you're talking about maybe 2 months of, of extended. Let's see what happens. But was I ready for the fight? Yeah. We're 3 weeks away from our fight date. And,
Exactly.
I'm was ready to finish up camp and go to England and take what's mine.
Exactly. Yeah, I believe, first of all, thank you for give us this breaking news and coming from you. I've been following you. I've been following her too, and I see she's in the training camp. I don't know exactly because I don't want to say anything wrong. Yeah,
Same.
I want to be very respectful because we try to be professionals.
Yeah.
I was seeing she's training. That honestly, as a fan, as a people to love the sport, we've been following. You see what happened yesterday with Julio Cesar Martinez, the King Martinez. He get injured his hand and he's out to the main card with Canelo Alvarez.
Right.
And he posed that, yeah. And sometimes those news, it's like, oh damn! So I want to see that fight. And of course, the people, we've been following you for a long time because you have a very extended career. And this was kind of the moment to see the coming back of the Huracan Shark, right. Melissa Hernandez. Yeah, it's everybody. I believe your friends, your family, your fan base. I saw you do a couple interviews before talking about the fight. I saw one interview from Chantel a little time ago where she's kind of hitting up the environment. So everything here and listen those news is like, damn.
Right.
Yeah. And as you said, of course, we wish her the best because she's a human being. She's a person. Definitely. And we wish she recovered if something happened. Hope was no major accident. Same. And don't destroy her career too. Yeah, because we know all the athletes as you, when some of these accidents happen, can change complete your life. But definitely, yes. Let's hope. And is any positive news to the fight just get postponed?
Yeah, they said that the fight is postponed until when she's ready, because obviously she's the champion, so it's ready for when she's ready. But I'm already at camp. I was finishing camp, so it's like, again, even if it's not a major car accident, it's still a long time because you have to retrain. Because if you're talking about 2 to 3 weeks to start training again, you're gonna get fat. You're gonna lose everything that you had. That's a long time. That's half a month.
Yeah, exactly. Because the recovery after a car accident, you need to stay immobile until your joints and your bones get back together, don't have any major impact. And after, of course, coming back to the rehabilitation program is going to be easy, but you need to be slow.
Right, but that's what my whole thing now is thinking about how long is it going to take you? Because if you can't train for 2 to 3 weeks, you're talking about that now we're going to fight maybe April, May. So for me, time is not on my side. I am 41 years old now. I'm trying to, in the past 2 years, I've fought once. So it's a really bad position for me. But what I'm looking hopefully to do is get permission from the WBC and hopefully take a tune-up fight. I don't want to lose everything that I've been doing,
Yeah. So yes, you mentioned, so you've been fighting very constant because your last fight was in April 2009 versus Selma Barrios, correct?
Yeah.
And previous to that fight, you have the fight versus Layla McCarter in 2016. And before that one was Gina, last name Gina, but it was in 2015.
Right.
So of course, as you mentioned, the age is winning this career, yes, winning this competency for you. And of course, you have dreams. You want to come back again because you're a former champion. Yeah.
Yes.
You want to come back and maybe, I don't know, maybe you want to retire, but you want to retire on the big door. Yeah.
Definitely. That's the whole thing of retiring on top again. and also making money. The women are making a lot of money. And that's the
Exactly.
whole reason of really coming back, is because when I was on top of the boxing world, women weren't making. But now that we're kind of discussing a lot of equal pay, we're getting paid for the work we're putting in. And I think it's time due for me to actually get a payday fight.
Exactly. Yeah, because also let's call you're a veteran on the sport. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been with other fighters. I've been, as I say, I've been watching. Maybe a lot of people have been watching the sports. I'm from Mexico City.
Right.
I'm originally from Mexico City,
Right.
Chilango. And I remember, one of the famous fighters. I remember when I was like 15. And also reminds me your footwork, the way you move on the ring and
Thank
the
you.
corners. El Macho Camacho. I love to remember, because you have that sauce, that flavor on the move, these
It's
things
la
you do.
salsa latina.
La salsa latina, you move it there. And of course, we love the sport. Yeah, Latino community love the sport, and you are one of those veterans. We want to watch you shine as you deserve. Yeah, it's like speaking with a friends in England the other time. They have their podcast, and we was talking about all this social media is became part of the bank account of the people. Yeah, is now, because if, for example, talking about Hector Macho Camacho and Julio Cesar Chavez, when they have this big pay-per-view event, but they don't have that media they can make the $100 million for that event. Right. Yeah. And now the social media play a very important point on this part. Right. And I think you are right now in the moment you can make that money.
Well, it's funny you said that, because I believe the Hector Camachos and the Cesar Chavez's, they were real champions, because they didn't have all the outlets that we have now. They got people to go in there because they were so good fighting. Pero ahora you have the people, and I hate saying it, like the fighters like Ryan Garcia, with all his Instagram followers. Who cares? I was like, you have to physically make people come see you by how good you are, not because you're on Instagram modeling a pair of jeans with no shirt on. And that's the problem with the generation now. Fighters like me, once you saw me in the ring, you wanted to come back and see me. I would fight on an undercard, and everybody like, who's that woman that's fighting? But ahora, now you have these girls that they're in the bikini on their Instagram with boxing gloves, and then they get a promoter because they get all the Instagram followers, and then they get a world title. That's why I'm back. I'm back to show that they can't fight. They don't know boxing. Yo sé boxeo.
Exactly.
So that's where I'm at. And then I don't care about the 25,000 Instagram followers. I want the 25,000 fans in the ring. I want them to see me for what I do, not for what I do on tape.
Right. So coming back to this situation, I love to you tell me this, because I think we have a big, I know you're busy, but anyway, right now, so of course, Chantel is now injured. Is any potential, because as we talk now, can maybe take more longer, and you don't want, you're ready, because you're trained.
I'm ready, yeah.
You're ready to go to the fight. Is any potential interim title challenge or any other things to come in your mind?
Well, right now, my team is taking care of that. They're trying to find out, because, since I'm the number one spot, you can't just take a fight, because if I lose, then it messes up, the fight with Chantel, or if I get cut or something happens. So right now we're figuring out what we can do. The most that I can do is I just finished leaving the gym right now as well. I haven't stopped training, and it's not going to be as full-fledged as it was before. Like the sparring gets scaled back, stuff like that. But I'm going to be ready for when that phone rings. I just hope that she's actually ready.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think that's when we talk, like you said, about professionalism, right, about career. So what do you want, where you go, you're ready. So you are originally from Puerto Rico. You're born in Puerto Rico, but you are based on Florida, but your camp is in New York now.
Yeah.
How is who is your trainer right now?
Right now,
Your
I
training.
went back to my old trainer from when I used to live in New York because I moved to Florida. So I'm back with Leon Taylor. And then my second chief trainer is Veronica Jeffrey, who her and I came up in the amateurs together. And everybody knows Veronica Jeffrey. She's an amazing boxer.
Yep.
So bringing them two together is probably the best thing I could have done back to my career. Because the past 10 years, when I retired and everything, was because I was in Florida. And in Florida, it was really hard to find a good boxing trainer of my style, estilo mío. It's really hard because a lot of people don't know classic boxing, el boxeo clásico. Nobody knows it, you know. And in Florida, you don't really, I'm not putting down the trainers in Florida, but they're not on my level. And here in New York, I grew up here. This is what I do. The people already know what I'm for. So I came back to my roots. I guess that's what we all do. When we leave somewhere and come back, we always go back to the roots. Like in boxing, they say when you find yourself in trouble, what do? You go back to your jab. So I'm going back to my jab.
You take that. So yeah, so this is one of the things I as I said in the beginning, I'm very myself as a fan frustrated because I want to watch that clinic. That for me, instead to watch the boxing show, and of course I wish to both contenders do the best, but for me, I was expecting to watch a clinic, to go and see the real boxing match between these two female boxers, one who is a veteran and start to do what she knows to do.
Right.
You know, and of course, I want to ask you something. I want to ask you before you give me the news, because before before the challenge to the title to Chantel Cameron, you have one fight to do with Jessica McCaskill. So what happened with that fight?
You know, boxing is a real crazy business.
Okay.
So I was supposed to fight Jessica McCaskill, and we were in the talks, and then all of a sudden she's fighting Cecilia Brækhus. I'm not mad with it because I understand why fight me when you have a chance to go up and wait and fight for all the titles. And look what happened. She ended up winning. So I don't know where those talks fell apart because, you know, as a boxer, they keep us in the dark. So I don't know what happened there. I'll still fight Jessica McCaskill. I'll say it. I'm not impressed by her. You know, and this is not me being, you know, a jerk to anybody. I'm a fighter. And I see holes in your game. And again, I'm a veteran, as you know, we obviously know, and I could put on clinics. These women that I watch fighting, they have a lot of holes in their game. And I'm there to capitalize in the holes they have in their game. Because it's a win-win-win situation for me. I'm already 41 years old. These are the young girls. So if I go in there and I last to the last round, I won the fight, even though if they raise her hand, but I think I can beat all these women, even at my age.
Exactly. Yeah. And the thing is that, so can happen something like, let's talk about legends like Julio Cesar, Hector Camacho, or the same Floyd Mayweather, on the top of the career, they put that clinic versus young people. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember, of course, as Mexican, I was supporting Canelo in that time when he fought versus Floyd. And everybody's like, wow, it's young and it's strong. But but as I said, you come to the clinic, so you come to the masterpiece. So he play that brains. It's now not just to drop the punches. It's where I want to put the punches. Where I'm going to hit you with my jab, with my head movement. And I think for Canelo, if you watch the fight, at the end of the fight, he said, I learned. I was too young and I learned. And I think, I hope to Chantel can get ready for past this and give you the opportunity, or the commission give the opportunity to you to do a really value fight for you.
Right. Well, the only fear that I had going into the fight was that since it is in her country, you know, everything. And I'm a classic boxer. We like to put on clinics and fight on the back foot. A lot of people don't like that. A lot of people like the person that comes forward, you know, and forward doesn't usually mean that you're winning the fight. It just means you're moving forward. Because my last fight, I fought Selena Barrios, Mario Barrios' little sister. great little fighter. Yo no sabía. I didn't know who she was when I fought her. I had no clue. I just knew she was undefeated. And I was like, okay. Then I found out she was Mario Barrios' sister. And I'm like, all right. I put on a clinic with her.
Yep.
You know,
and you won
she's
that one.
fighter,
and you won that for
mm-hmm.
decision, yeah? By decision?
Yeah, it was a decision. It was a 6-rounder. Then something happened and it got put into an 8-rounder. And I don't think they really valued the understanding of that I'm a 10-round fighter. So the more rounds you put on a fight, it's gonna go more in my advantage. And then when I looked at Selena's fights, she was knocking all the girls out early. You know, I don't even think she's even seen the 6th round before. With Chantel Cameron, I think is the same thing. I think her record is 13-0, 12-0, but she has 7 knockouts. So it's like, you're not really used to going to deep waters. I'm a shark. I live in the deep waters, you know?
Yeah. I think that's why your name, yeah? The shark, the Huracan Shark. Yeah. You live in water. So you've been fighter also in different divisions, yeah? You've been in super bantamweight, you've been in featherweight, super featherweight, lightweight, and light welterweight.
Yes.
Which one is the best way you like it? Like, do you feel is your territory?
I believed my territory, my opinion is 135, which is lightweight, right? Mm-hmm. I thought that I did my best work at 135, but my trainer believes that 126. 126 was really hard to make the weight. You know, yo soy boricua. I have really thick legs. It's really hard.
Oh, I know that. I know that. Yeah, people here.
Really, everybody's like, you're 5'2". You're right. I'm short, but I have these legs, que they hold the muslo, right? Los jamones que tengo aquí, right? It's so hard to lose, especially when you're doing a lot of running. They just get thicker and thicker. So now for me to go up to junior welter, which is 140, super lightweight, I'm enjoying it. I'm eating arroz. I'm doing good. Pero my body, I can't believe how good it looks for 140. So I want to campaign at 140, and I'm not opposed to going up to 147. You know, the girls are big, but you have to be able to catch me to be able to hit me. And that's what I always tell people. It doesn't matter how big you are if you can't hit me.
Yeah, so this is a very interesting question. This morning, as you know, I own a athletic facility, trains place. We teach fitness. And so one person come this morning and he asked me this. He said, hey, Tristan, so you've been in the boxing. So why you cut weight? And I said, you know what? I have since kid, why we cut too much weight. So you need to cut some weight to get in sharp. But it's kind of, but I say always, if I fight on the street, I don't ask the person, hey, how much weight you have? What? Because I just want to put my fist there and go ahead. I think because the combat sports start to grow a lot. Now, right now we have the MMA with the UFC, the Bellator, and now it's coming the bare knuckle fights too. Yeah. And the people start to cut weight, but I in my own personal opinion, and I apologize to anyone if you are in that sport watching me, but sometimes I feel people cheat because they come from a really, really heavy weight. They cut to 145 or 135, and when they come back to the hotel after they weigh in, they put all the weight inside. And I believe it's like an unfair fight to go to really bring back 20, 25, 30 pounds. Sometimes, I don't know.
No, definitely. Look, we just spoke about it. That's the way I feel about Canelo. Canelo, I believe, is one of the number 1 cheaters. How can you fight at 154 and then you coming into the ring a light heavyweight, 175, 170? When he fought Cotto, he was 170 that night. So cuando he was talking that he didn't want to go up to light heavyweight to go fight Kovalev, he's been lying. I was like, he looks bigger than everybody else. Pero I'm big on that too. Like I fight at 140 now. I walk about 150, 147. Right? I'm 40, a bit older, but I don't like cutting too much weight. I never cut too much weight. The most I've ever cut was maybe 15 pounds, but I was younger. I was in my 20s. I was able to do it. But when I rehydrated the next day, I never went up more than 5-6 pounds. I really lost the weight to be there. But I think MMA has changed that for us. MMA fighters cutting 20 pounds right before the fight. And it is cheating because you don't belong in that weight class. But it's very dangerous too, because a lot of people, you really can't rehydrate 20 pounds, 30 pounds and still be okay the next day. You're going to be sluggish. That's why I think Floyd Mayweather has done so good and Manny Pacquiao, because they still at 152, 147. But that's still their walking weight. You're not seeing them go up to 170. They're not going to do anything.
They looks the same outside to the ring, inside to the ring. When they are having vacation with the family, you can see Floyd. Floyd looks exactly the same. Whatever he's doing, I think he has some thing because he looks old. He looks exactly the same. Right. And Manny, the same thing. I was watching the news about his political thing, and he's excited. He looks the same. He didn't look different.
They stay in the gym. They're doing maintenance, which a lot of fighters don't do. A lot of fighters train for the fight and then balloon. And I don't know where that became a style that, after you fight, you could put on 30 pounds. That's not healthy. That you're not an athlete anymore. Like me, I've been boxing almost 20 years now. I've always been between 126 and 140. That's only a 15-pound radius. And I've been good in all the weights. So obviously I'm training and I'm maintaining. You'll never see me walk around 170 and then lose all that weight to fight. I'll just once again retire if it's like that.
All right. So Melissa, I know you are busy. You're a busy person, and maybe I believe you have many other things to do today, and also check about all what is coming today. I try to don't cause polemic. Sorry, I'm sorry. It's my camera is like. I'm here. I'm back.
You're fine.
So I know you're busy, and I try to don't cause polemic with all the situation. I live on the professionals to have this back and forth. But what we expect as a fans of Melissa Hernandez, the Shark, Huracan Shark, in the next years. So we mentioned that you're all 40 years old. Yeah. We are expecting this fight. How many more fights if you win this fight? Let's say you won this fight,
right?
Because we believe you can win this fight.
Yeah.
How many more fights you can see in the future on you?
Right now I'm working on a per fight basis, because it depends how hurt I get. Just because I win a fight doesn't mean I'm not taking damage. Y la verdad is that I want to be able to still have these conversations with people. We're in the gym and we see a lot of punchy people. So I don't ever want to be that person that's not able to have this conversation. I'm thinking, I win the fight. I'm gonna take care of my mandatories. I don't care about unifying the division, none of that. Let's just say, I wouldn't mind fighting Katie Taylor or Cecilia Brækhus.
Yeah,
I would love to go up on that.
That will be amazing fight too. Katie Taylor, I think that will be amazing. I respect her. I like her too. I like her style. I think you can make a really good fighter. I think that will be amazing.
I think a fight between me and Katie is what women's boxing needs, because she is such a good fighter and I'm so slippery that I want to be in the stands and watch me and Katie fight.
Yeah, that will be exactly. That will be amazing. So Eddie Hearn, if you hear this right now, we have something. Think about this. It's money, man. It's money. We don't hear anything about Katie. And the last time I tried to contact her to talk with her, we don't know what fight coming for her. I think she's waiting for something. I think this can be a good fight.
She doesn't have to wait. I'm right here.
Yeah. You're ready. You're training. You have a training camp.
Yeah.
So I believe, please, God, bring us that fight.
I would love
it. Melissa, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. You're a great human person, being and person, and so humble. Te deseo lo mejor. Espero que sigas entrenando duro. We hope anything you want to add for your fan base they're going to watch this video. And right now we are live on YouTube. if you know. So we're live now, but also I will post this replay on the social media. Anything you want to add for your fan base and girls to love boxing and they are watching you right now?
All right, so I'll say this for all the women and little girls that are watching: keep throwing punches, keep up. It's a hard fight. You know, we're dealing with a lot of gender equality, but if we keep on, we're gonna get that equal pay. We have to keep, you know, talking smack, making it. It's boxing. We got to talk like fighters and act like fighters, but also keep it cute because we're women. And for my fan bases, keep up, keep behind me. I'm gonna keep punching for you guys and slipping punches.
Perfect. Damas y caballeros, ladies and gentlemen, here the former champion, Melissa Hernandez Pacheco, alias Huracan Shark. Thank you for being in KAOS Boxing and Fitness. I hope this is not the last time we talk, and I hope we can see that fight. Or Cameron too, of course. We wish the best. But Kari, now you give me goosebumps. I get it. All right. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic day.